What's going on YouTube? Nate the Great back at it again, today with a chest session. And today my goal was to hit a 3x5 and a 3x10. And I forget what percentage I went into the gym for my 3x5, but I went in and did 165 and almost got the 3x10. I got 2x5 and 1x4. But as always, warming up the joints, getting the blood pumping. Starting off with just the bar, 45 pounds, moving up to 95 pounds, 225s on either side, and 115 for a set of 12, and then moving on to 135 for a set of 10. And I will say that I went into this workout, and it's been a few days since my last chest day, longer than normal, and so I was feeling a bit rusty going in. My left shoulder joint was actually giving me just a little bit of twingy pain, but once I got into my later sets, it didn't affect me anymore, and even now after the session, it doesn't really, it isn't, I don't even feel it now, which, I mean, could be a good or bad thing, not quite sure. But as you can see, that first set of 165, even from the get-go, was pretty rough. I had to pause between the fourth and fifth reps, I should say. And here I paused between the third and fourth and the fourth and fifth. Because the gears were not turning today. And on this set in particular, I get to the third rep, I grind it out, pause, and go for the fourth rep. Almost don't even make it, so I don't go for the fifth, because I'm not interested in failing any reps today. And because of how difficult it felt, I remember that I was going to be doing 70% of my max 195 for 3 sets of 10, but given how difficult 165 was for me today, I did 65% of my 1 rep max instead for 3 sets of 10, and that was a good decision on my part, because even doing this 125 for 3 sets of 10, it was a grind. I wasn't expecting it to be this difficult, but the human body is a very weird system. But I honestly am racking this up too. I haven't benched in over a week by the time this video goes up, and I was definitely feeling a little rusty. But aside from that, after regular flat bench, we went to incline bench. And for all intents and purposes, we'll call this 95 pounds. Did 95 pounds for 3 sets of however many I could get to. No more than 15, though. And on this first set, I do actually just do 15 reps. For the subsequent reps, I think the subsequent sets, I can't speak today. For the subsequent sets, I believe I get to either 12 or 13, either on both or one of each. By the third set, my upper chest was absolutely thrashed. I'm really enjoying the fact that I switched up from incline dumbbell pressing to the straight bar on the Smith machine. It gives me such a better stretch of the my upper chest. And by the third set here, I think on this one I get 12. But you'll see on the 12th rep that I hit a sort of sticking point all of a sudden, and that was kind of a weird anomaly. But after incline pressing, moved on to my usual lateral and front raise superset with the 15-pound dumbbells for 3 sets of 8. And I have a feeling this exercise in particular I was kind of worried about when I started because of the sort of twinge in my left shoulder. But it didn't seem to bother me, so next week I'm going to be moving up to 3 sets of 10 because 3 sets of 8 is not easy, but it's not really difficult anymore. And for my tricep movement today, I did something I don't usually do, which is close grip dumbbell pressing. And in the process of me trying to even out my left arm in terms of the size to get it up to snuff with my right arm, one problem I've really noticed is the inside head of my left tricep is significantly smaller than my right, more so than the outside head. So doing a close grip bench pressing with the Olympic bar doesn't necessarily do anything for my to even that out, because it doesn't. When you do a movement that requires to use both sides, like a barbell, there will always be some sort of imbalance, only because one side will do more of the work, therefore the other side doesn't receive as much of the benefit. So I switched up to dumbbells, just because that way it keeps it fair, so to say. So I did 3 sets of 12 with 30-pound dumbbells for that, and then moved on to chest flies with 35 pounds for 3 sets of 12. And I finished off the workout with a modified version of that incline drop set for dumbbell pressing. I did 30-pound dumbbells for a set of 10, and then a set of 12, and then on flat I only managed to get 9.5 before my body failed. I apologize for rambling for so long on this video, guys, but you can check me out on Instagram and Twitter, and I will see you in the next video.